Again, working on the APN02 Rapid Recovery Vehicle. For those of you who don't know, the Gambler 500, which is a navigational driving race just for fun. It's in September, so I'm working on it. Your vehicle can't cost more than $500 when you buy it. My Land Rover cost $6 because it was rolled. But anyways, I digress. Got me thinking. Let's play a game. Nice hair. The game is, we're in a trade war with China. And the power is still on, but it's rolling blackouts and intermittent. And we've been in this trade war for, let's just say, a year. And things are still slightly humming along. You still have a job and you still have a vehicle that runs and places to go. So, along the prepping lines, we prep for food, we prep for ammo, we prep for blah, 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 blah. But what if the situation's like that? Like some countries where it's hard to get items. Or items come and hit and miss. So, along the lines of vehicles. And just building. Do you have stuff stored for that? Do you have, let's get dizzy, bicycles and parts for bicycles to get around on if fuel is hard to get? Do you have the necessary maintenance items to repair things that wear out on vehicles? Like all that mess right there, power steering pump, to make repairs ahead of time while it's cheap now, while you can get cheap Chinese stuff. Do you have, I know I'm giving a tour, that silver box right there is full of oil, power steering fluid, transmission fluid, fluids for vehicles. I'm a hoarder, in case you can't tell. And everybody's going, oh, you're showing all your stuff. It's hardware stuff. Do you have stuff? Gardening stuff. Let's make you guys a little dizzy. Odds and ends tools. Tapes. All those screws back there. This is the hardware store. And oils and stuff. My point is not to show off my mess, but to get you to think and not get stuck in the mindset of just food and ammo and water. Because if we have a semi-economic, God, my arm's getting tired, situation to where we're in a trade war and not so much an economic crash, which, trust me, if we get in a trade war and things get limited, we'll go into some sort of economic crash recession thing. But if supplies are limited and you still got to get going places, or you still got to maintain the tractor or one vehicle because you have to go a long distance to get supplies, riding a bike is tough. Think about that. Put that onto your prepping lists. When I started out doing this forever ago, I sat down and made a what-if list. If I needed this, if I needed that, if I couldn't get it. And that was the what-if list. And then I had made my, okay, I have to have these things list. You know, food, water, etc. And throughout the years, I've slowly accumulated things here and there. When I go to a junkyard to look for an item while I'm out there, I'll hunt down some extra things and buy them anyway because they're cheap and I can find them now. For a while there, every time I went to a junkyard, I pulled an alternator off a truck because they're usually high amp alternators, whether I need it or not, just so I had alternators to build stuff out of. Anyways, think about that. Do you have the stuff to make the stuff that you have work in case we do have some sort of a trade war and you can't get cheap Chinese tools or cheap Chinese parts anymore? Trust me. It could happen. It happens all over the place where supplies are limited. Think about that in a big domino effect. Not just you, but big companies. Big companies can't get cheap supplies. So their trucks stop running. Their trucks stop running. Supplies don't get to the stores that need the supplies. Or the cost of anything actually goes hyperinflation and really goes up tremendously because it's just a trickle-down effect. Think about where your items that you want originate, and think about all the equipment and things they use to produce and transport that item. And if they couldn't get the materials needed to keep those pieces of equipment and trucks and other things running, think about that. Just think about the trade war scenario. And please don't make fun of my nice cool hairdo, but hey, what can I say? Anyways, I'm a goofball, you guys know that. All right, something else to think about. You guys take it easy. Bye.